He's okay with the job so far. He knows it's a big project, but he knows you don't turn left or loose on these jobs like this without someone to respect. Yeah, that's Huck and Hannah. Huck and Hannah.
That sounds like a curse word, actually. Like you're cursing right before
Huck
her
and
name.
Hannah. That's like how people make up little names instead of saying a curse word. Huck and Hannah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably going to become a standard around here.
I'm sure a lot of folks would appreciate me saying Huck and Hannah instead of other stuff that I've been known to blur out my mouth. Yep, Huck and Hannah. I like it.
Yep.
My new curse word, Huck and Hannah. Huck and Hannah.
And the best part, Hannah can't hear you anyway, so it's all good. She doesn't even think you're calling
And
her.
Huck doesn't care.
Nope.
I saw somebody sent me a sticker recently that said 99% of goat owners talk to their pets, talk to their goats. 99% of goat owners talk to their goats. Yet 0% of goats listen or even care. That's true. Oh! Alright, so today I'm going to do a little work here in our cemetery. This is a part of our property that I haven't videoed a whole lot, or not anytime recently. I've got all this fence done here a couple of days ago, and that's where my little duck pond is at. You can kind of see it back in the distance there. But this is our private family cemetery, and my grandparents are buried here. It's not too far from my house. That's my place right over there. And so I've always been the one who's kind of taken care of the place and maintained it, you know, with the fencing and mowing the grass and everything else. And what I've noticed here over the last couple of years, ever since Hurricane Harvey flooded, and we've had 2 floods since then, is that the my grandparents' tombstone has started to sink into the ground over here on the left side. And so today we're going to take the tractor and, if we can, lift this thing up, lift the tombstone up, and Jamie and I are going to pour some concrete, a little concrete slab, do it by hand, and once it dries, we're going to slowly set that thing back down on top of it. It was my grandfather who started this whole thing here, the whole Morrow thing here, and so he wanted to be buried right here, and it's kind of neat the way he wanted to have his grave right here on my dad and my uncle's fence line, and he wanted to be right here in the middle. It's kind of neat. He's been gone now for several years. He died in '85, and my grandmother died in '99, and so I've been cleaning this place up and keeping up with it for these past 20 years, and it's been a real pleasure. If you notice something, all these trees me and my grandma planted together. After my grandpa died in '85, she and I came over here and we planted all these trees, and now look how tall they've grown. These pine trees. That's our real pretty little lane that comes up through here. So that's my job for the day. I'm going to stop rambling and start getting to work. So I'll tell you what my plan is, and I hope this works. So that I can avoid driving on top of anything, I'll come up from the backside. I'm going to use my shovel and dig a little bit of a hole underneath it. And then I'll bring the forks of the tractor, these things here, and slide right underneath it as far as I can, and then lift it up, back it out of the way, and that's when I'll start the concrete work.
At the first glimpse of this video, it looks like you're doing something horrific.
Grave robbing?
Yeah.
I'm not grave robbing. I guess it probably would look that way though, wouldn't it?
It does. It looks like you're about to dig up your ancestors a little.
Oh, good. Here comes my brother Dan. Guys, you've not met my brother Dan yet, but he is my biggest critic, but he's also my best friend as far as getting things done around here. He is always willing to lend support. He has an amazing sense of know-how. His mind is all about engineering, and so he's really, really amazing at what he does. He'll come over here and he'll probably tell me all I'm doing wrong, Which is okay, because I actually asked for his help. I don't want to start any project until he kind of advises me. And so, with his help, my muscle, his brain power,
Wow.
and Jamie's videoing skills, this is surely a disaster. This is sure to add to our shit show videos. So this is where we're going to frame it in right here. Dan's bringing some rock. We're going to put some rock down first, smash it down real good, and then we'll build a frame around that. That's where we're going to pour our concrete. Yeah, right there is good, I think, though, Dan. All right, now we're going to try to smooth that in a little bit. You ought to see my brother work this tractor. He's like an artist. I know I joke sometimes, but it really is true. He's like an artist with this tractor. He can just create stuff. A lot of folks can't do that. I know I can't. I've played on the tractor a lot, but I can't do this kind of stuff. No, it's not that bad. We're pretty close on the bubble. There you go.
Like an 8-foot level.
We don't have an 8-foot level. We have a 1-foot level. So what we're going to do is put the concrete first. Not all of it, but some of it. We have no water supply out here. We have buckets of water. And we're going to come and just pour some water on in the hand mix. That should be interesting. And then as we get closer toward the top, we'll start mixing our concrete in our bucket and pouring it smooth. And get our truffles out.
This is a part of the video that should be this giant, like, flashing, "We are not professionals."
No, we're not professionals. Did anyone ever claim to be professionals?
Oh, no. And I know that everybody's going to be like, "You guys did it all wrong." We already know, guys. This is the Jamie and Lester version of...
Go ahead and fill up the comments with all of the... We'll read them.
Yep.
We'll learn. We will be better next time.
We're kind of like, do what we can with what we have, people. Like...
Hey, the way I see it, it's going to look better when we're done than it did when we started. Now, this is something you can't do with your pretty hands.
You're right. Notice I'm holding the camera and not doing this.
I noticed.
Fully intentional.
Yeah. So, that's too runny.
Mm-hmm.
Put another bag of concrete with it. Okay, another bag.
I feel the same way, Trixie.
All right. Let's see if we bring this concrete to the top of the boards, and we have, it should all be level because we used our level on the framing. Well, it didn't sink in the ground. Side. And you don't push down on it, you're just going to strip across. Stay flush with the board. See what we're doing here?
I do.
Like a saw blade. And you level it all out. So we have a hole right there. You're coming off the board. Yeah, you're coming off the board.
I'm not.
All right, coming back again. Stay on the board. I'm going to push it to you. You got to fill in that gap right there. You see that hole?
Yeah.
Okay. Want to come back and start again? Okay. Push right to the edge. All right, now let's not push them off the edge. Now come back. it all out. Tilt it a little bit. Right to the edge. You have to get in the hole. And that's going to hopefully, we've leveled it, so we hope that it will stay nice and solid and will not sink into the ground anymore. We've put a rock foundation down, some crushed concrete. We've smoothed all the ground out here above it. And what we're hoping is that by tomorrow we can pull off that frame and put that tombstone right back on top of it. And we can start decorating and beautifying everything else around here. All right, what do you think? Good?
I think that I'm better at my job than I am at concrete.
So you're gonna keep your day job?
Probably should.
Huh. Well, I think you're gonna be impressed with what this is gonna look like when it dries. Let's put our names on it, one, too.
That's creepy.
Yeah, that's kind of bad. This is a tombstone foundation. We probably don't want to have our names engraved into it.
Yeah, Lester and Jamie were here.
Let it be known that Lester and Jamie were here, though. And we have video proof that we were here and we put our mark on this. I think that old Pops and Nanny will be happy. I couldn't resist, folks. I just could not resist. I had to leave my mark.
It'll be covered up.
Try and set this thing back on it. So you might want to go a little bit further up, Dan. All right? That's good. All right, let me hold it. No, it's sliding. It's sliding. Let me hold it. You're going to have to come and push it, I believe. Whoa. I can get you out from under it. I'll put this side over here, I believe.
You want to help? Where it's
straight. So you push straight forward. A little bit more. Oh. Don't try it. Pull forward and come towards me. Boy, she's good. This girl's good, y'all. You ready, Dan? Well, we're all done. We have to bring a bucket and some bleach and scrub off this stuff a little bit. It's old. It's been kind of mildewed. But we got everything set. Nice and level again. It's real pretty. I'll plant some sod over here this spring. Try to get some grass to grow. But I think Nanny and Pops would be proud.
Don't let your troubles fester. Come watch Longhorn Lester.
Yeah, something like that.